should be done to the victims who were exposed in the Anas video. But GNTV has been taking its own sides and is speaking to some political members in the country. And the founder of All Progress People's Congress, APC, Dr. Hassan Ayaga, has expressed his disappointment about how state offices have been turned into money-sharing offices. Now, and according to him, positions are being used to gain monies unlawfully. In an exclusive interview with GNTV, he wishes public office holders could be sincere to themselves and create offices where generations will be proud and satisfied with.
Corruption is not a new phenomenon in Ghana. Since 2006, Ghana's score and ranking on the Transparency International Corruption Perceptions Index has improved slightly, ranked higher than Italy and Brazil. However, there is a growing perception in Ghana that government-related corruption is on the rise. Ranked 64th in 2012, tied with Lesotho. Even though corruption in Ghana is relatively low when compared to other countries in Africa, businesses frequently quote corruption as an obstacle for doing business in the country. Ghana scored 40 points out of 100 in 2017. The 1992 Constitution provided for the establishment of a Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, CHRAJ. Among other things, the Commission is charged with investigating all instances of alleged and suspected corruption and the misappropriation of public funds by officials. In December 2006, CHRAJ issued guidelines on conflicts of interest to public sector workers. As of February 2009, a Freedom of Information Bill was still pending in Parliament. The latest report on corruption comes in the form of investigative journalist Anas Arimiyaw Anas, who throws the spotlight on sports in Ghana, especially football. Even the president of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi, has been compromised. In an exclusive interview with founder of the All People's Congress, APC, Dr. Hassan Ayaga, he expressed how he is concerned about issues of corruption in Ghana.
But you see, if I become president and I call you and say, right, I'm going to make you the Minister of Communication, and I'm telling you, I'm giving you the Minister of Communication because I think that you can do the job. But I know you did not vote for me or you're not in my party. But I know you can help me to help Ghana. So I'm giving you the job not because you are coming from a different political party, but because I know you can do the job better than those I have around me. So keep the job. Serve your mother, your country, Mother Ghana. You're not serving me. When it's good, your people, your children will judge you. Ask them. All these politicians that we have in this country, are they thinking of their kids? That one day their kids will get up and say, my father, my grandfather did not do a good job. That's why we are suffering.
He wishes public office holders could be truthful in their dealings, protect the public purse and the trust ensured in them by the ordinary Ghanaian.
Today we have become doctors, engineers, lawyers, professors. What do we use it for? Rob our nation. That's what we use our certificates to do. The ordinary Ghanaian who didn't attend a classroom, who hasn't been in the classroom, voted for you, gave belief in you, a lot of hope in you, trust in you, that you can manage this country so well. You get the opportunity, and all you can do is to mess up, steal.
Ghana's parliament approved Mrs. Cynthia Lamte as the Deputy Special Prosecutor and was sworn into office by President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo to help Mr. Martin Amidu to fight corruption in the country. An action is yet to be witnessed by Ghanaians, which is another headache of Dr. Hassan Ayaga. Mr. Paul Ansah is to be replaced by Mr. Michael Achagwe Luguje, who is currently the Secretary General, Port Management Association for West and Central Africa, based in Nigeria. Reasons for its removal from office are not immediately known, but it is believed to have been triggered by a recent spat between Workers' Union of the Port Authority and Board Chair Peter McMenu, whom they accuse of engaging in wrongful undertakings, as well as running a family and friends administration. The board chairman denied all the allegations and caused his lawyers to write to the leaders of the union, demanding a retraction and apology and threatening legal action if they fail to. Mr. Ansah was reported to have been present at the press conference by the Workers' Union where the allegations against Mr. McMahon were detailed. pitching him firmly against the board chairman, who is a former chairman of the governing New Patriotic Party, VNPP.
And so Ghanaians have expressed their displeasure at certain activities caught on camera during an investigative piece carried out by investigative journalist Anas Aremiyaw Anas on the Ghana Football Association GFA. Majority of Ghanaians GNTV spoke with believe that the entire outfit of the Ghana Football Association GFA must be dissolved and restructured due to the high level of corruption in that particular sector.
You can start with something small, your own discussion. Then, when you get the contracts, big contracts, we can go back and give them more money. Then we take over the whole country.
The law should deal with him, or should deal with the victims. The law should deal, because we have law in this country. There's law. If there's no law, then we can't do anything about it. But so far as there's law, then the man has fallen into it. The law should deal with him. This our current government who came, he promised that he's going to deal with those who deal with corruption. So he's going to handle that thing. And this is going to be the first example that he will show it to the Ghanaians that what he said, he really mean it. So if this thing is going to go on and he let the people go scot-free, then we will say that Ghana, we are not serious.
A lady like Lini Adi taking 300 Ghana cedis to manipulate a game, or to manipulate the report of a game. That is a Hearts of Oak versus Kotugu Royals, the game. And it was really manipulated. Hearts of Oak had 2 penalties. And they paid for it. Referees were given money to award penalties. Referee being given money to be able to show red cards in the game. The referee given money so that they can restrict one person from not taking a yellow card because the person must be part of the next game.
It's quite disappointing, and I think people, Anas does a lot of productions, but I think the punishment is not sinking down to people. That's why they are still doing it. So I think with the premiering of this one, I'm expecting that the government will take stringent measures and then penalize people to inculcate more fear into them.
I don't really understand this whole thing about money. I don't know where it came from, and it has really brought our football down. I mean, taking it down to the drain. Talk of the league, even our loving Blasters, we don't even have interest in the Blasters anymore and all that. So I think I want to see more and get a lot of evidence so that Nantechi will be dealt with.
I know we are having a bad name and bad image in Ghana and even Africa as a whole. But I think this expose, even though it will disgrace us, it's an open secret that there is a whole lot of corruption issue in this country. So this one, I don't think is going to blackmail us or bring any bad image, let me say. I think it's rather going to wash off certain things. It is going to put fear in some people, in some big men, so that any bad dealings that they are getting into, they'll know that there is someone else watching. So I think it will curb corruption in a way. Even though it's not going to eradicate it, it's going to curb it in a way. It will minimize corruption in this country.
So coming from Ghanaians who were present there at the Accra International Conference Center to have a view of what exactly is contained in the investigative piece coming from Eagle Eye production, and where some members of the football sector here in the country were compromised in that particular video to be seen in taking bribes. And according to these Ghanaians who were disappointed, they should be really dealt with and not be given any weaker hand when it comes to their dealings. According to them, even if it's going to take the government to dissolve the Ghana Football Association, it should do that and restructure it from the head to the bottom. And so I'll be giving more details on that. And so still giving an update on what exactly happened at the Accra International Conference Center, where a man who couldn't believe his eyes nor trust what he heard after watching the video wanted answers to numerous questions being asked. Now, after the premiere of the investigative work done by Anas Aremiyaw Anas, tempers were rising and mouths could not be shut. GNTV drew closer to this man and his view on what exactly makes of what he saw in the video, and this is what he had to say. Let's take a look.
Onyakopon boni pasa o metena wiase na onya dwuma na ne ho ntɔ no Onyakopon na bo asase yo enu ti na Bible no wo ho no edie beti na ye yo mampanya o de Bible so e because Bible na di bu man from Genesis to Revelation. Who can first Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 Onyakopon say wabo soro ne asase enu wabo so niema wabo gold wabo diamond oil cotton manganese cocoa coffee eti enya so adwuma eti anu ti ne ekɔ school enti school na yakɔ no so tati bia ho adwuma wo ho enu ti na agriculture is the king which is a science na for adeti ne ajagu ho na empanifo e corrupt edu abato so a no bi atwa kontopo keke kensem ekukon kurase ya maame no ne papa no a omo bredo kokofo no ma omo bapa wa no ma wi kokko nya no makoton no ma wi atamo no makoton na Ghana for bre brother me call Libya de bia me sie nipa de bia ye sie Ghana for Libya emre kwa Libya for na se komo ba Ghana ha be hwehwe dwuma Libya de na ho omo ti anwam desert so enso Gaddafi a manage achechiri Libya ko he Tripoli ni Benghazi Libya nyamu ko ni Ghana o Libya nyamu ko ni Ghana o bibia na mom no krono ni kontompo ni jurimuti krono kontompo etina Jesus say John chapter 8 verses 42 Jesus say there Jesus say kontompo ni bia ya bonsam kokan na hwe obi a waje bribe obi a corrupt or ya bonsam because adwumanti na sika no ho adwumanti na sidi no ho others no sika na adwuma no mo dey corrupt. I'm right or not?
Quite sad and emotional from that man who just expressed his view, and according to him, he's quite surprised because he's traveled and seen how Ghanaians have been treated outside the country. We have been blessed here by God with natural resources. Are we making good use of those? And if not, then why are we even being involved in such atrocities when it comes to corruption engulfing the country? I'm quite sad, and Ghanaians are still crying and are still talking. And so Ghanaians are hopeful the expose by astute Ghanaian journalist Anas Armia Anas would positively impact football in Ghana. The highly anticipated expose reveals some corrupt practice in football, which includes match fixing, referee influence, dubious sponsorship deals, and underhand dealings, among many others. Now, and many believe it will be the very defining moment for the game in the country. GNTV has been speaking to some Ghanaians who are eager and positive, even before they were very eager, even before they took a look at what was contained in the video. So let's take a look at what exactly Ghanaians were anticipating for before they went in there to take a look at what was really in that particular investigative piece.
What I believe is that once it is aired and we're able to find out that there are people who are culprits, as it's been speculated, then the country stadium on. Yeah, the stadium on. If Kwesi Nantechie is found guilty, okay, probably he should step aside. The management team of the Ghana Football Association, there should be a restructure in it. Either all the board members have been set aside, we get new board members, the committee, I'm talking about the management team, the secretary, they should be changed. We get new managers take over so that we can revive our football, because our football is basically dead. Nobody knows about our football, nobody watch. Even the Ghanaians do not even watch our Ghanaian league again. We want to watch La Liga, English Premier League and stuff. So I believe that if we put the right things in place, restructure our football, everything will go on.
He has to be punished according to law. He has to pass through law, because there is nobody who has ever come and then behaved as such before. And you can't use our money for what you like. I getting it. When you do the game with fun, you promote the game. The game goes on because you do it with fun, and then you put more fun into the players. So they do it with fun. If you do not do it that way and you are doing it money matters, you collapse the industry, you collapse everything. So he should be dealt with law. The referees, I think, should also be punished. Yeah, they should also be punished, because you cannot damage our pride.
It's like what happened to the judges. I think the law should take it on course. think the right people should be put in place, and they will see to revive the sports.
Okay. Now
I think we have corporate institutions around, and there are good individuals who are also very good sport enthusiasts. So when the GFA becomes appealing, I think they'll be willing to support.
Football, work up here and to be Uncle Bikra, the whole Ghana, yen be a higher, Rapaba, in a Kumum, sir, Obama no mind. Who's there what the penny for not to Tina, didn't you know, or boy, a friend of Crocra on my view. Oh, the answer, and no higher, or man higher, and it is on the deal to Mamaya, and no, they are the
university, our football no because of some winning me fast car and share football no more. Inti ama sisi Black Star football no omo ball no just omo nya ni je bia na supporters no so mati ada inti ama football na eren ayabasa inti say ampa se nyantachi sika na omo ka no se wo mampa penyufo no so omo di sua nyansa no omo tu omo hufu efis ka bebrebe a omo di wo mamu no o so omo tu omo hufu ewo ho.
And so Ghanaians don't want any of the victims in the video, particularly GFA President Kwesi Nyantakyi, to be spared in any way. He's supposed to be sacked or whatsoever coming from Ghanaians who spoke to GNTV ahead of the premiere yesterday, June 6, 2018. Now, social media have also had their own share and been making comment as to what exactly they think of the expose by investigative journalist Anas Ayomia Anas. And I know you might find yours in there. Take a look. And so views are still being taken by GNTV as to what you make of this expose. And so you can follow us on our various similar platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram at GNTVGH, and also stream live on YouTube on GNTVGH. And tell us what you think about this particular expose coming in from Eagle Eye, spearheaded by Anas Ermiao Anas number. This is the number 12, as it's been titled. So let's now take a look on to the international front. And on the international front, where Ethiopia's governing coalition has announced it will fully accept and implement the peace deal that ended its border war with Eritrea. According to the coalition, it will accept the outcome of a 2002 Border Commission ruling, which awarded disputed territories, including the town of Badme, to Eritrea.
This will end a dispute with Eritrea that sparked Africa's deadliest border war in 1998. Tens of thousands of people were killed in 2 years of fighting. The two sides have remained on a war footing as Ethiopia had until now refused to accept the ruling of the Border Commission, which was set up as part of a peace deal. As a result, Ethiopia had refused to withdraw its troops out of disputed areas, leading Eritrea to accuse Ethiopia of forcefully occupying its territory. Eritrea had refused to hold any talks with Ethiopia until it agreed unconditionally to the Border Commission's findings. Ethiopia's new Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, had promised to make peace with the country's northern neighbor after taking power earlier this year.
A light aircraft with 10 people on board, which was flying from Kitale town in western Kenya to Nairobi, went missing on Tuesday, the country's aviation authorities have confirmed.
According to the Kenyan Civil Aviation Authority, the 8-passenger Cessna C208 flight was last seen on radar at 2:02 p.m. local time on Tuesday afternoon. Local media sources also report the aircraft's last contact was at 5 o'clock p.m. local time when it allegedly crashed 25 miles north of the Abeda. By Tuesday evening, the search mission had yielded no fruit, with the team being forced to halt exercise for the next night and resume on Wednesday morning. Industry sources have said that the aircraft had earlier flown to Homa Bay in western Kenya and Masia Mara in southwest Kenya and was making last journey from Kitale to the city when it went missing.
The White House has confirmed that the much anticipated meeting between US President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un will take place at a hotel on the Singaporean island of Sentosa.
The 12th June summit was called off 2 weeks ago by Mr. Trump, but has since been salvaged after a flurry of contacts between the two sides. The U.S. wants Mr. Kim to commit to giving up his nuclear weapons, but it is unclear exactly what is on the table for the discussions in Singapore. Mr. Trump has suggested the first meeting will kick off a longer process of negotiations, calling it a get-to-know-you situation. The summit would represent the first ever meeting between a North Korean leader and a sitting U.S. president. Sarah Sanders confirmed on Twitter that the summit will take place at a 5-star Capella hotel, but it appears that the two leaders will stay elsewhere. Mr. Trump will likely be at the Shangri-La Hotel, where U.S. presidents have stayed before, while Mr. Kim will probably stay at the St. Regis Singapore. The two hotels are on the main island near the famous Orchard Road shopping strip.
That's all for this morning. We'll be live here on GNTV from our studio set number 10 in Power Street here in Aslam Accra, the capital of Ghana in West Africa. So we'll be giving you more update as to what exactly will be coming out from the yesterday's aired expose number 12 by Eagle Eye Production, spearheaded by Anas Miao Anas. More details and more update will be given to here on GNTV. So you are short of more update, and so don't change the channel. for anything. I'm Bryce Nana Kosi Amanin, and thanks for watching. Have a good morning.